Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is WABI-SABI, my Japanese Citycore slash cyberpunk island. Today we're doing, all of the bugs just deciding to come out here. I don't know if I've caught that one. I need to catch it. Oh yeah. Anyways, we are here on WABI-SABI today because I need to work on mood boards. I haven't made a mood board for an island in a really long time, but I want to do a lot on this island because Japanese Citycore is not a theme that I've really investigated, I guess you could say. So making a mood board is definitely going to be helpful for coming up with some of the base ideas, deciding what kind of custom paths I want to be using, and to just refresh my memory on all of the items and all of the new items that we have that could work for this theme. So the first thing that I think I need to do is look at my map, because the map that I designed with my practice map on Happy Island Designer before I even got this map is quite a bit different from the one that I have now. So as you can see, I have created the river going down the very middle of this island. This island is a shared island between myself and my husband Lycan, and resident services was not exactly centered. So what I did was I created a river that winds its way slightly around resident services, just because Lycan has resident services mostly on his side. So it made more sense, and it also looks super cute. As you can see here, it seems a lot more appropriate that the bridge falls right to the center of resident services, and it feels like a very central spot on our island. And I am working on the Japanese city side of the island, so today's mood board exploration is just going to be on the Japanese city side of the island. So I am just going to open up the map so that I have it on this side, but we are actually going to go over and look at Happy Island Designer on my computer. Here we are on Happy Island Designer, and off to this side I have my map open for the game. My resident services is actually more like this. I think that might be it exactly. So I am just going to go through and tweak this slightly to match what I have here for the rivers and everything. Okay, so now what I need to think about is where are we going to have a shopping district? Because before we did this map, I had this shopping district right below resident services, but as you can see, there's not that much room between resident services and this beach here. So I'm thinking I might have to change my river situation that I had planned originally. So as I said, my main thing with this map was that I wanted to get the shopping district sorted out, and I ended up in the end putting the shopping district entirely on my side on two different levels because of the way that the rivers were going to work out. I did want to have a lot of rivers on my side, especially rivers on this second level, because I find that there are a lot of fish that you can only catch in second level rivers that I never end up catching on my islands, and I would really like to. So that was my priority for this. I did have similar priorities on Alexandria, but it didn't actually end up working out as well. So hopefully I can get some second level rivers. Hopefully I can throw a little pond in there somewhere like I did on Alexandria, just for my fishing enjoyment in this game, because it is something that I have started enjoying a lot more recently. I'm really happy with the way that the pathing came out on the lower levels as well. Up from the entrance, I tried to give myself a little bit more space for an entrance while also leaving a lot of open room for fake buildings and things like that. So that's my map. So I kind of like what I have going on here. I'm just trying to juggle, and I think I'll have to discuss with Lycan about the shopping district, because I think that we're gonna have to do a straddled shopping district, one building on one side, one building on the other side, but I am not sure at all anymore of anything. It's time to move on to the next phase, which is Pinterest. So here are some of the codes that I have. I'm just going to go through, save out a lot of them, and then put them onto a Photoshop document. And I'm also going to go through on Nookazon and search up a bunch of different items and save those out as well. So I will catch you back in just a moment. Now, I know what you're thinking. It might seem silly since I already have a Pinterest board completely set up with all of my inspiration for clothing on this island, custom designs, inspiration from just custom code designers, and just shots from Instagram and Twitter in general, that it'll be fine to just leave them all on this Pinterest board. Mission accomplished. But I really feel like taking the extra step to save them out and bring them into Photoshop helps you to get a deeper look at specifically what are the inspiration shots that you have and what are the custom codes that you want to download. But I feel like having just a snapshot without having to scroll through a bunch of Pinterest, without having to actually like go back and forth and reference things, you have a quick look. So I did create a few different folders on my actual computer, one for the items, one for the inspiration, and one for the custom codes, which I highly recommend dividing it that way in your file management. I actually really like this road in particular because it has a lot going on and it does have more of like a realistic feel and more of a city feel than the other one that I have. This has more like abandoned city vibes. So I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to use it on this island, but it's in my back pocket. I love it still. Lots of roads to choose from. I'm definitely going to have to like make an in-game mood board as well, just to download some of these codes and to see how it's going to go. Also, this image is definitely inspo. This is inspo. Yes. Yes. Now that I have a bunch of stuff saved out, let's get into Photoshop and really make some mood boards. So let's start with the road patterns and like all of the codes. I'm not exactly sure which road pattern I want. It's gonna be a little tricky. I'm probably gonna have to download a few before I actually like get to something that I like. Chain link fence, definitely. So this is my codes mood board. I want to have a lot of like logos, iconic Japanese shops, fake buildings. I want to do a few, but more like 7-Eleven, corner store kind of things, family restaurants, just little banners and signage and like advertising around, you know what I mean? I've never been to Japan before. I really think this suburban road is the direction that I'm headed in now, but we will test that out more when we actually get into the game. This is just giving a starting point. Let's make another one. If you would like to look into these creators more, I have everything saved on Pinterest, so definitely go check out these creators more if you're interested. Look at this one. This is like little pumpkins that are only grown like one day, white pumpkins, and they look like turnips and you can put them on the beach. Also, I love that they've put this rock wall along the beach. That is so clever. Beach inspo for Japanese Citycore Island. I am obsessed. Thank you. This is one of my favorite ones. Was a Zara crossing? Absolutely phenomenal. I love that one. Oh yeah.
I'm getting inspired.
Oh, that is just stunning. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I love this so much. Okay, all this inspiration is like giving me life. So the overall like aesthetic is very much like peaceful, tranquil, sleepy Japanese city. Maybe some stuff that's more like this, like shops, and then stuff that's more like this, a little bit more tranquil, a little bit more open, a little bit more quiet feeling. So I am so excited. Next thing we have to do is go over to Nookazon and start to search up the items for this island. Ooh, what color street lamp works well? Let's go back to the reference. That is why it's good to make this board before you make the items mood board, because you can kind of get a sense for like the colors that people use. I'm trying to see what color street lamps people use. There's a black one here and there's a green one over here. Let me just look at some pictures of Japan. So I'm looking at pictures of Japanese street lights. It looks like there's a lot of the ones that have like curves. Interesting. And they look to be black for the most part. Oh, see, okay. Black. We will do that. We will get the curved ones. We'll save that image. I'm also going to save the round street lamps, the regular one, and also this one, maybe sparingly in different parts. We'll see. A utility pole for sure. This new vertical banner is going to be really important. I'm gonna go with the open one. Definitely the standing shop sign. Basically, this process is just going through Nookazon, typing in as many search terms that I can think of, and then just scrolling a lot. So I went through Nookazon and collected quite a few items. I'm just gonna place them all down so I know how many items that I'm working with. And then I'm going to sort them into like piles or collections of items. This I feel like is more of a neighborhood item. This is more like city, you know, these kind of lights could be maybe more of a neighborhood item, shopping district stuff. I don't know.
I make it up as I go along.
I think overall it's not really important exactly where these items go unless you're working on like multiple different themes that have like distinctive areas kind of thing. But I think for the most part it's just gonna feel like a city. I used to plop them down like one at a time, but it's kind of easier to have them all down and then to move them around, I think. Cardboard items are good for the city. I think this is a really good start for my mood board, but there are a few other items that I think I need. Now, this is the point where I would consult my inspiration. So, oh yes, fencing is very important. Flowers, bushes, trees, that kind of thing to add in. Oh, this retro transportation stop, the yachts. See, everything is like jogging my memory again. So let's go back to Nookazon and collect a few more items. I totally forgot about those fence items. And there are, of course, like tons of other items that I've forgotten about that I will use in this island. This is just a head start. Definitely got my brain thinking a lot more in the direction of what it needed to be and kind of thinking about color scheme, starting to think about color scheme with the items that I'm choosing. This was extremely helpful. Highly recommend. Now, after all of that mood board work, we have our items mood board, we have our inspiration mood board, and also custom code mood board. So let's get back into the game and let's download some of these codes, gather some of these items, and start making an actual in-game mood board. I'm so excited. I might have to access the custom design portal at least once from Able Sisters.
Downloading the first custom designs.
Using the kiosk. First, I'm going to try this Suburban Road by Autova on Instagram. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful this is. So originally, when I was talking about doing this island, I said I'm not gonna have any diagonal roads because it would take up a ridiculous amount of custom design spots to do diagonals. I always feel a little bit overwhelmed. Let's start the downloads. So this is a code for the like wheelchair accessible like patterns that go onto the sidewalks. So here are those. I kind of like this one because it works in both directions. I kind of like this one. So this is the one that we're gonna go with. This is the other road that I was looking at, and it is a lot more grungy, but I think that this path, this dark dirt, it's kind of like broken up asphalt. I think that I will use that. So I'm gonna download this broken up asphalt kind of look, maybe with this cracked middle. Also, I think that this brick here could be very useful as well. And I am just putting them wherever right now, and then I will clean it up after. Okay, so here we have a lot of logos. I don't know what 99% of these are or mean, but I think that they are very cute. and could be useful. I know this little like milky girl, probably Pepsi, I'm gonna imagine. I'm just gonna take the milky girl for now because I know what that is. And I kind of want to take this like Pepsi sign because it does feel like the kind of advertisement that you would see in a city, even in a neighborhood area. And I do want to have like advertising, a little bit of advertising, because I think that that's very realistic. So I know that Lawson is a pretty popular gas station and corner store situation. So I know that I do want to have this. I'm just going to download the one design so far just so that I can put it onto my mood board and see how it looks there. There is a lot going on here. Family Mart, I know, is another one that is very popular in Japan. 7-Eleven, AM, PM, like there's so many. Oh my gosh, this is a grocery store. Oh my gosh, these apartment buildings. Oh dear. I'm gonna grab one of these. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Stop it. What is this? What? There's so much in this creator code. I don't know if Lycan would be interested in this one, but this one is very cool. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Okay, I'm gonna grab a few different ones. I have to do some more research apparently. That was amazing. Oh, this is the sidewalk that I saw. I'm gonna save this one. This is like the early days where you get carried away and you just download all the custom designs and then you realize you have no space and you cry. I also kind of came to this creator code because I wanted to try out their eyebrow cheek blushies combo. So I'm gonna get the blonde one and see if I like it. It might be cute. Okay, I'm gonna reorganize some of this a little bit because a lot of these old codes are getting in the way. Let's see how these cheeks look. Oh my gosh. How cute is that? I've got little rosy cheeks. I will keep them for now. From this point down is going to be Lycan's code. So I'm going to put like our shared ones right on the dividing line. So these road codes would ideally be something that we share between the two of us. I've created a mess for myself. Let's start up construction. Okay, I think I like this pattern on top of the light dirt path. I think that works out really well, but I'm going to keep both of them in this little mood board. I think that I want to put a in-game path underneath the road just so that my roads show up on the map. It's not important that they show up on the map. It's just something that I like to do. So I'm just going to mark out a 4 by something area so we can test out the roads properly. I'm thinking now that this will not be the road that we're going to use because it does have a lot of like little grassy bits in it. And I think for the sake of Lycan's cyberpunk side, the little grassy bits are not going to really work. That's why we do this. That's why we test things. So that is exactly why you make mood boards, so you can test out the custom designs before you're actually doing a build. So I learned that this road design is not going to work for cyberpunk. Also, I think that these leaves, even though I love this path, it's a bit too rundown feeling even for my Japanese Citycore side of the island. So we have to go completely back to the drawing board here and reassess our codes entirely. I'm gonna look in the Nook Stop to see if we can access the custom design portal now because we've accessed it once. I wonder if I can unlock that now. Yes, custom designs portal, yes! Let's do it! This is the part that I was so excited, so looking forward to. This one is by Zara Crossing on Instagram. Ooh. Oh, these are for HHP designs. Cool. There's so many. Here is a lot of road pattern. Let's get to downloading. This road is a lot darker too. It's a freshly paved brand new road. These ones are road tiles that I have no idea what they say. Sleepy garden noodles. That's not helpful. Okay, I think that I have all of those road codes by Zara Crossing that I will need. There was that other custom design that I would like to change out. It's still like a pavement, but it's a much lighter pavement that's broken up, and there are no leaves on it. So I feel like this could also be another very versatile code between the two sides of the island. It's a bit of a hot mess. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I liked the dark code better. I'm gonna have to find a new code for that. Okay, it's a lot more plain feeling, but that's because there are a lot more fun things that I can add onto the ground. For example, I can add like lines going through the sidewalk, and I also have even more details like this that I can add. Ooh, that looks so cool. And I think that these crosswalks actually look a lot more believable as well. Oh yeah, look how cool that is. Okay, and I really do think that this is a road that both Lycan and I could share. And this is to make like the wide, like a deep drop off for the curb. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna see what Lycan thinks after I finish doing this, but I think that this is gonna be our winner. I'm pretty sure. So I'm not exactly sold on this quite yet, this path here. I think I like something a little bit darker, but with no leaves in it. So that might be a little bit hard to find. I know in the items mood board, there wasn't a lot of red, but I feel like red is going to become a lot more prevalent. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you, but good morning. So I showed Lycan and we talked about it a little bit. He loves this road. And also I did something different with that gray path, and I think I like it better. Not over top of custom designs, I mean in-game designs. Oh, okay, I saw this one. This is like a train crossing with the tracks. Okay, I'm getting this train track design. This looks so cool. Oh my gosh, this is so well done. And Lycan actually said that he would use this concrete path as well. So that's just another one that we can share, which is extremely helpful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This creator code is insane. Look at this 24-hour parking. It's a little bit grungy for me, but man, look at this, like a rusted. Okay, I'm downloading that. I know I had another one, but that one is so cool. Oh my gosh. Like, what? This grate? This metal? Oh my gosh, I have to download this one. I can't. Look at this darker. I was just saying that I would like one with a little bit more contrast. I'm gonna try it. The only drawback to this code is that it's a little bit more brown, but I don't think that I would ever have them side by side like this exactly. I do really like this code though. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is totally gonna be one that Lycan and I both use. That's perfect. Okay, I love this. This code kind of brings in some more of the brown tones. Okay, I think it's time to grab some items so that we can actually see how that works. And I think I should customize some simple panels with these. So I don't have the right customization here. I wanted to do the black street lamps, but I think it'll work to just show, maybe the brown is nice though. Curved street light. So I consider this the culmination of all of the mood boards that I've made to this point for this island. I'm trying to get together all of the items and the codes and just the general vibe and setup for the island, but it is still just a bunch of random items placed down. Of course, this is just an ideation, a way of looking at all these items together and kind of cross-checking to see if I have the right items together with the right codes. And I'm realizing that I really skewed towards the brown tones on this entire mood board, and all of the items that I had. I went into my storage and I did not have any black street lamps at all, which is, I think, really ideal for Japanese Citycore, are the black. I also think I could use white street lamps in certain areas, but definitely utility poles are going to be everywhere. And of course, a lot of different signage that I don't have, like the new light up signage that is new to 2.0. And of course, fencing. I have not unlocked a lot of fencing here on WABI-SABI yet, so once I get the park fence and also the iron fence, I think that that's going to make a huge difference in the overall aesthetic. Plus, right now we are in winter time, which I haven't been time traveling out of season for a while, so I don't plan on time traveling out of season just yet, but imagine this with beautiful grass underneath, and I think that's much more the vibe. What I learned is I need a lot of different customizations and I need a lot of different kinds of fencing. I don't have the items to facilitate the vision that I want for this island just yet. My mood board it's very brown. I think if I were to change out the fencing to like the blue fence and to get some of that park fence in, it would hit on the vibes that I'm looking for a lot better. The retro transportation stop I don't think is quite the vibe. I need some snack machines, I need a drink machine. But if you combine all of the different things that we've done today, the items mood board, the mood board, the custom designs mood board, and this, I think that I start to get a much clearer image of what this island is going to look like in the end of it. And H&S is just adding a certain flair to this mood board. So I hope that you all enjoyed today's video, exploring a little bit more of what Japanese Citycore is going to mean to me. I'm really excited to get started with some builds on this island, to make my entrance, to build around my house, to make a neighborhood, shopping district, museum build, all of that. I have a much better idea, a clearer picture of what I want my island to be like. I also know for when I go to treasure islands or I'm trading with others, exactly the items that I'm looking for, exactly the colorways that I would like. And I'm also seeing that because of the custom designs, we might need to add in some green accents. These are all things that I would not have learned if I hadn't have done this experiment, and I'm really happy that I did. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody!